Behind every victory lies a drop of sweat no one ever sees. Behind every smile hides a moment of silence when giving up felt closer than winning. Welcome to PingPongDreams, where stories in sport are told not just in numbers, but in heartbeats. Today I won't tell you about a legend, a championship, or a classic match. Today I invite you into the world of women in table tennis, where dreams, tears, loneliness, and resilience spin together like a looping rally in real life. Some girls didn't grow up with dolls. They grew up with worn-out wooden paddles and plastic balls bouncing off concrete walls at sunrise. While others were still snuggled under warm blankets, they were already training in freezing halls, their tiny hands trembling from the cold, leaving trails of sweat on the cement floor. Each step they took wasn't cushioned by fame. It was forged through patience, endurance, like a flower blooming from cracked soil. Their parents didn't hope for fame, just a shot at a better life. And those little girls, too early for lullabies, became adults at the age of 10. They trained until their fingers bled, until their knees swelled like ping pong balls, until they couldn't remember the last time they laughed freely. One wrong turn, one careless spin could tear a ligament forever. But still, they pressed on. No tears, no surrender, because if they stopped, the chance would go to someone else. In sports, women don't just compete with their opponents. They fight against fleeting youth, family expectations, social norms, and even their own bodies. No one counts how many nights they trained in silence. No one sees them vomiting after running 100 laps. No one knows, sometimes even they forget what they once dreamed of, other than winning. A torn muscle in a man is serious. In a woman, it's normal. Push through it. They aren't allowed to be tired, not allowed to be weak, not allowed to cry out. If they don't stay strong, who will believe they're enough? If they break, who will offer them another chance? Their pain isn't in the muscle. It's in the fact that they must constantly prove they deserve to play. Even after winning world championships, they still get asked, "How long do you plan to keep playing? Don't you worry about starting a family?" Every shot they make carries the weight of dreams and duty, passion and sacrifice, identity and societal mold. But has anyone ever asked them, "What did you give up to be standing here today?" On television, they smile. On podiums, they glow. But behind closed locker room doors, they might be curled up, crying like a child. Did anyone notice Liu Shiwen's empty stare after being left out due to injury? Did anyone hear Guo Yue's sobs after being dropped for being mentally unstable? Did anyone understand Ding Ning's bowed head at the 2012 Olympics? Not from defeat, but from feeling robbed of justice? Women in table tennis don't always lose to stronger opponents. Sometimes they lose to the invisible battles. Psychological pressure, public opinion, expectation. And even after reaching the top of the world, they still hear whispers behind their backs. Maybe it's time to retire. She still needs to have kids, right? They don't need statues. They don't need arenas named after them. They don't need cameras tracking their every step. They just need someone to understand. They've walked through storms to stand here. Every callus on their hand is a rise from a fall. Every medal is made of 1,000 sleepless nights. Every victory is a piece of themselves given away. Because women in table tennis don't play for the spotlight. They are the light that burns in the dark where no one is watching. They don't say, "I'm strong," but you'll see them fight through pain unimaginable for their nation. They don't claim to be icons, but a whole new generation watches them to learn how to stand tall. They don't care to be called beautiful. They only hope to be treated fairly and recognized for their effort. If you've ever cried watching a woman rise after a fall, if you've ever felt goosebumps watching a female player cover her face in tears after victory, remember, that wasn't just a game. That was the roar of a woman who walked a road no one dared to tread. They've endured. They've sacrificed. They've quietly fought, not for applause, but for a burning belief that women too can carve dreams from sweat and blood, just like anyone else. Today, if you happen to watch a women's match, don't just look at the score. Look into their eyes. See the fire in them, the kind that has burned through youth, time, even love, just to be there. Because behind every table, there is always a silent sacrifice, and sometimes silence echoes the loudest. Thank you for listening to Ping Pong Dreams. If stories like this resonate with you, don't forget to follow the channel and join me again as we continue exploring the heart of sports, where every shot carries a belief. See you in the next episode.